in Kosovo and Serbia. We, like each of you, know that this peace and stability matters for both countries and for the future of a more prosperous Western Balkans. We know and appreciate the fact that the people of Kosovo and the people of Serbia are our friends. They deserve a future defined by security, economic opportunity, and neighborly relations, not by political tension or recycled grievances. So our message to Minister Đurić and Minister Konjusa is simple. The only durable path forward is normalization. President Trump and the American people are listening carefully today for you to clearly commit to working and prospering together. We hope Prime Minister Kurti and President Vučić that both sides will lower the temperature, avoid escalation, and stay engaged at the table. The United States is committed to partnering closely with leaders that look to the future instead of to the past, with a genuine dialogue instead of theater. Colleagues, the American people also are watching to see what this body does with UNMIK. This council has a fundamental responsibility to those who fund it and those it deploys, to ensure that missions are actively engaged in essential operations and that they remain faithful to the purposes for which they were created. On that test, UNMIK no longer measures up. UNMIK was created in 1999 under Security Council Resolution 1244 in the aftermath of conflict and displacement in Kosovo to provide an interim international civil presence and help stabilize a dangerous post-war environment. That was a different moment, a different mission, and a different Kosovo. That is not the reality on the ground today. There is no justification for treating Kosovo in 2026 as though it were still the Kosovo of 1999. Today, KFOR helps maintain security in the region. ULEX and the OSCE work to uphold rule of law and strengthen Kosovo's institutions. The EU Special Representative, Mr. Peter Sorensen, leads on the Pristina and Belgrade dialogue. UNMIK no longer plays a meaningful governance, military, or mediation role. It is not addressing an active peacekeeping crisis. It is not a security guarantor on the ground, and it is not advancing normalization. Many of the functions it still retains on paper are better handled by other organizations. Yet this mission remains. Why? In a world of real crises needing our attention, from Ukraine to Iran, Haiti, and Sudan, the American people, and frankly all those who fund this mission, are right to ask a simple question: what exactly are we still paying for? UNMIK today has a civilian footprint of roughly 300 personnel and only 8 total military officers. In a phrase, it's an overstaffed, overfunded peacekeeping mission without peacekeepers. We welcome the Secretary General's proposed reductions to UNMIK's budget for the upcoming peacekeeping financial year. They are a step in the right direction, but they don't go far enough. That's just an 8.6% reduction, which totals about $4 million in savings. Modest trims are not the same as real reform. Until this council reaches agreement to close UNMIK, the mission should be streamlined further, its staffing reduced further, and its residual functions formally transferred to institutions and entities which are not only better suited to carry them out, but which are already doing so. When a mission has fulfilled its purpose, its mandate should end. What a concept. In fact, one of the clearest signs of dysfunction in the UN system is that we are too often unable to act when the moment calls for it, when success calls for it. A mission that never ends is not a success story, It is a warning sign. The Security Council should not measure effectiveness by how long a mission survives. It should measure effectiveness by whether peace has become durable, institutions capable, and that the mission is no longer needed. In Kosovo, the answer is clear. The conditions on the ground, the capabilities of local institutions, and the stable presence of other actors, especially those from the EU, all point in the same direction. UNMIK has reached the end of the road. And if this council is serious about credibility, discipline, and reform, then we should act like it. Thank you.